Hello everyone, welcome back to B Museum. That's right. I'm the webmaster of BSB Museum website. You can check our link in description. Our website is still in progress, and I'm currently uploading the discographies we own. In this episode, I want to introduce this giant box set, Millennium Singles Collection. Talking about the size, a little bit awkward. It's slightly smaller than a vinyl record, so it doesn't really look great when placed together with other vinyls. It's a specially made case, about double the size of a CD case. Look at the cover. You might not notice at first, but the BSB oval logo isn't centered. It's slightly right aligned. Probably a mistake. I'm not a designer, but it still bothers me a little. The box set was limited to 1,000 copies worldwide, released in August 1999, just before the second single from Millennium, Larger Than Life. At that time, the latest album was Millennium, and the newest single was I Want It That Way. Album sequencing was different across regions. Outside the US, their first album was Backstreet Boys, second was Backstreet's Back, and third was Millennium. In the US, the debut album was a compilation of the first two global albums, keeping the first title but using the second's visuals. As a result, Millennium became the second album in the US. Now let me open it up and check the inside. The first item is this certificate, BSB, the Millennium Singles Collection, Certificate of Authenticity. This Backstreet Boys box set is one of a limited edition of only 1,000 copies worldwide. Next, the limited white t-shirt. This is actually the back side. The front has a small BSB Millennium print. Maybe it was meant to recall the newest album title back then, but visually, the Millennium logo didn't look like this. The back says Backstreet's Back in big red letters. It's hard to comment on the design, but since it came out 25 years ago, maybe it wasn't that bad for the time. Then we have 11 CD singles. Let me take out all the CDs and check the rest of the box. Each stack holds 3 CDs. Except the last one, which has 2 CDs and a small cardboard piece to protect a tiny badge inside. The badge is about the size of a coin. And again, the BSB logo font is different. If I were the designer of this product, I'd have at least kept the same font across the box, t-shirt and badge. It almost feels like they came from separate series now. Once everything's removed, the rest is just the inner frame. Coming to the back, it's plain black. Very simple. Forgot to show the sides. There is only one side printed Millennium Singles Collection. Now let me show you each of the CDs. I'll do individual unboxing videos for each later, so here's just a quick overview. And since this is a second-hand copy, the CDs may have been rearranged. I'm not sure if there was a fixed order originally. If you happen to know, leave me comments below. Even so, I prefer not to change the order of the CDs. I usually keep items as close to their original state as possible. So I'll just go through them one by one. Get Down, You're the One for Me, from the first album. 5 tracks. The track list is widely used in many versions. This is a UK version. If a CD's barcode contains a greater than arrow symbol printed at the end, that usually indicates it was sold in the UK. The disc also has UK printed on it, distributed by BMG UK. We've Got It Going On, from the first album. 4 tracks. It's a reissue. The initial release should have had another cover art. Most of the European record societies are also printed, so it could have been released across Europe as well. In the UK, singles were sometimes released as 2 CD sets, but not always printed on the packaging or discs. This one is the case it's CD 1 of 2. I Want It That Way, from the third album Millennium. 3 tracks. Almost every version uses this track list. It's a UK and European version, with a greater than symbol. This is a later corrected press, since there was a misprint on the first press. I Want It Like That. I'll Never Break Your Heart, from the first album. This is also part of a set, with CD 2 of 2 printed on the disc. Two tracks plus an interview. UK reissue, the initial release should have had this cover art. As Long As You Love Me remix, beautifully golden text print. From the second album, 6 tracks. European version. Anywhere for You, from the first album. 4 tracks. European version. A special Valentine edition. In a special clear disc. Fun fact, Anywhere for You is from the second album in Canada. All I Have to Give, from the second album, 4 tracks, with a special hologram sticker. Everybody from the second album. 5 tracks. European version. As Long as You Love Me. From the second album, 4 tracks. UK and European version. In the UK, it was released as CD 1 of 2. Quit Playing Games with My Heart, Christmas edition. From the first album. 4 tracks. European version. The Boys' first Christmas song, Christmas Time, was first released in this version. Quit Playing Games with My Heart. From the first album. 4 tracks. European version. The 2 Quit Playing Games editions were both released by BMG in Europe. The label code is 7295. Indicate it's Jive Records through BMG. As Long as You Love Me also has 2 editions. One standard, one remix. The color tune of remix is different. All 11 CDs were distributed by BMG in Europe or UK. This is the Millennium set Unbox. Since it was released after the Millennium album at the time, the singles only cover up to the latest one, I Want It That Way. If you want to collect this set even today, it isn't hard to find but very expensive. As I said, the miscellaneous items aren't designed that well, not really worth collecting, and singles can be collected at a much lower price. But it's still a very unique piece in our collections. Thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out this special release. If you think this video is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into music history and rare Backstreet Boys collectibles. Let me know in the comments if you have any fun memories of it, interesting stories or useful info. I'd love to hear about it. And if you've got any cool Backstreet Boys memorabilia, maybe we could even do a little trade. Until next time, keep the Backstreet pride alive.